it's a working man's boat. You know, we're not going for pretty.
Yep.
I'm just getting meat, women, and children across the river.
Okay, that's what it's here for.
Or it's not a 100-miler, let's say that.
Okay.
But it could be a 2-miler.
He said he's making a boat that's made to go 2 miles, not 200 miles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
So that's what he says. I'm Spencer Newarth. This is the Great American Bull Boat Race. This competition features 2 challengers who will test their woodsmanship, bushcraft, navigation, and more. They're going to be building a boat out of bison hide and willow branches and then racing their vessel down the river. Let's go meet our competitors. Standing here on the Gallatin River in southern Montana, Steve Rinella, Ryan Callaghan. Boys, give me some predictions for today. Steve, how's this going to go?
It's in my favor because I have experience. I made a bull boat 13 years ago.
How'd that go?
I had already shared with Cal my impressions. I cheated because I wound up using some zip ties.
No zip ties today.
Which today is like only native materials from the landscape.
What's going to be the biggest challenge, Steve?
The biggest challenge is the proportions. Meaning you have a limited bit of real estate on the hide. You need to make like a vessel that has maximum width, but also the appropriate amount of freeboard. If you had a hide that was 20 feet by 20 feet, you wouldn't be worried about it. When you start thinking about the width of that hide in the narrowest place, there's nothing you can do to add to it. These are over 1,000-pound bulls. When they call the bull boat, I feel it had to have been because the cowhide wasn't big enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't call it a cow boat. It's called a bull boat because I feel like you need as much hide as possible. I wish we had a couple 2,000-pounders.
I specifically could bust my butt on making this and then find out that one side is not symmetrical enough to match the other side, to where one side's just going to automatically let in water the whole time.
Now here's how this is going to work. You guys have 3 hours to build your boat. That means everything. You got to gather your branches, build the frame, adhere the skin, whatever you need to do to make this thing river ready. Then you're going to get in the water, race to the destination. There's going to be a few surprises along the way. Whoever gets there first will be declared the winner. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, the Great American Bull Boat Race starts now. Bull boats are really simple, and you really only need 2 things to create one: a bison hide and willow branches. As the name implies, bull boats were primarily made with buffalo skins, but there are also accounts of bull boats made of deer, moose, elk, and horses. Bull boat hides are raw, not tanned. That means these hides look, feel, and smell like they just came off of a bison. You might be surprised to learn that the hair and tail were left on the hide, which is a matter of efficiency. These boats were meant to be quickly constructed, and removing all that hair would probably double or triple the build time. Now that doesn't mean the hair is a negative. In fact, it can be used to a boat builder's advantage. Historical accounts talk of bull boats that were built both ways. Steve and Cal have their choice today about which version to make. Boats with the hair side out have better control because they're less prone to spinning. Bull boats with hair side in are faster because there's less drag in the water. So will Steve and Cal prioritize control or speed?
Oh, that's a nice one. I'm probably doing some very arbitrary, meaningless tasks right now because I'm thinking about how I'm going to get started on building this hide boat.
We're gonna need a lot of cords. So I'm gonna start cutting cord from things I know I don't need to use. I can cut cord here because I'm not gonna need too much of this piece, and I can cut cord from the tail. That is gonna be really helpful. Not telling Cal about that shit right there. He can figure that out on his own. That end right there.
Your lashing technique there, Cal. You're not messing around with the sinew and the...
Well, you know, it's a good thing you brought that up, Rick. There's a lot of debate over the prettiness of artifacts. Were they actual tools? How could they be actual tools because they were so pretty? They were more than likely just people honing their craft and showing off their skill set, and they would be like status symbols or awesome trade items. Working man's boat over here. These fingers weren't made for braiding. They were for pounding nails, buddy.
I think Steve's hide's gonna rot before he figures out what he's doing.
How's he further along?
Much different.
He's got a different strategy.
Much different approach.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We've been at it maybe 20, 30 minutes, and it's early in the game, but Steve's boat is going to look better than Cal's. That's all I can say right now. We'll see how they float.
Yeah, my observation so far is that Cal's looks wildly different than Steve's.
Yep. Different strokes for different boats.
Which is good.
No, Steve looks like he kind of knows what he's doing. Cal looks like he's a desperate mountain man looking to escape sure death very quickly.
Bull boats were used by tribes all over the West, but are most often associated with those in the Great Plains. One of the first written accounts of bull boats was from trappers in 1790 in North Dakota. They noticed Native Americans using tub-like boats made of bison hides that were sturdy and lightweight. And by the 1820s, fur traders all over the American frontier were making bull boats of their own. Lewis and Clark even used them right here in Montana. Clark noted that he was impressed by their seaworthiness. Besides hauling meat and firewood, these vessels served a number of purposes. They were used for travel, they were used for fishing, they were used to sneak into enemy territory, and when they weren't on the water, tribes placed them on the smoke holes of their roof during rain or snow. History speaks of bull boats of all sizes, with some being made with dozens of hides that could haul a literal ton of cargo. But the average one was probably about 6 feet in diameter, which is what Steve and Cal are building today. Cal,
Spencer!
I feel like if I were like putting a pace on this, you are way ahead of Steve.
Well, I wish I could tell you that gave me confidence. This is definitely, I'm just trying not to overthink it out of the gate,
Okay.
you know?
Now I've noticed that to tie your branches together, you're using other willow bark. You like that strategy? You feel good about it?
It's the vegan option. You know, that's we gotta have options these days.
Steve, I gotta be honest, Cal is a little bit further along. Give me a status update here.
Him being like further along or whatever, without knowing about what he's got like from a quality perspective, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm constantly changing as I go, but this ring is gonna be a middle ring.
Okay.
I'm doing like a basket weave technique.
And 2 rings done, 1 to go?
I got 3 rings. This one still needs some fortification.
Okay.
And it may be way too, they could all fall apart. They could be way too burly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How many loops is this boat gonna have?
1.
1, okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Cal has 3 loops going.
That's fine.
And how are you going to attach the hide to your willow branches?
Remains to be seen, buddy. I mean, we'll see. Figure it out, right?
Yeah. Steve, we're 1 hour in. 2 hours from now, are you gonna have something that can float on this river?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think I'm gonna need more time.
Okay. All right, Cal. It's looking good. I'm feeling optimistic. Don't tell Steve, but he may not finish up in 3 hours like you will.
It's a working man's boat. You know, we're not going for pretty.
Yep.
I'm just getting meat, women, and children across the river.
Okay, that's what it's here for.
Or it's not a 100-miler. Let's say that.
Okay.
But it could be a 2-miler.
He said he's making a boat that's made to go 2 miles, not 200 miles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's what he says.
Oh, bring this together, boat.
There we go.
This guy's gonna come up here.
All right, we've got all sorts of folks on the scene here. Cal, Brody is helping you. Does this feel like it's like absolutely a 2-man job to build one of these things?
At least a 2-person job.
Unless you had done it 100 times.
Sure.
Right.
Which you
Successfully.
haven't. Steve, in the last 30 minutes, I think you've like tripled your progress. Was there a turning point here? Like how did this all start going right all of a sudden?
A pair of hands, because I just couldn't. One person holding it and wrapping it just wasn't working.
Not just any pair of hands either.
No, very
Chester
skilled.
Floyd,
He used
a
to make
bow
bows.
builder. A
Yeah.
bow builder
Was-
turned boat builder.
So what I was trying to do is have a little weave action. So I need a stronger support on this one. And I wanted to get, for integrity purposes, get this guy. Ooh.
Now it looks like the pageantry of it all, Steve, you're gonna win that. I think this is gonna have a prettier boat here. But do you think that's gonna work on the river just like Cal's?
Is that a boat over there?
Feels like at any moment.
then we
here,
need to walk it
someone could
back.
poke an eye out.
Oh shit, we just snapped a stick.
Most notably, the vibes have certainly changed here. There's a lot of optimism.
Well,
on
I
this
was
side of the
really
bill.
hating life
Uh-huh.
when I couldn't. I was hating life.
Yeah. At one point, the cameraman had to stop talking so Steve could really focus. And now here he is.
I still don't like all the talking.
Okay, too much talking, he says. The building silence.
Oh no, I see what you're doing. You're kind of gonna need to like break all that stuff upward a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
And then this hoop is gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like a gun hole on the outside.
Yeah.
And ideally hold it all in.
Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing we know about Steve, he does a lot of talking. Saw he had a little sparkly water in his hand too. Taking his eye off the ball, went from super, super nervous, looking for ways out. Old team slow and steady over here though. We're just focused on the problem at hand.
Whoa, chest. It's all over but the floating.
Seth, we've got a little less than an hour to go in
Yep.
the bowl boat building contest. What is your prediction? What are you seeing right now?
I'm seeing it really coming together for Steve. And I'm not really seeing that with Cal yet. Like right now it looks like a pile of sticks, but all of a sudden he's just gonna,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be ready to go.
Yep.
Steve's is looking like he's about 5 minutes out from dipping
Yep.
that thing in the water.
Yeah, these next 45 minutes are going to be crucial for Cal. I hear a lot of stick breaking
Yep.
happening over there. He's
standing in the middle of it
standing
right now.
in the middle. He's flirted with the idea of taking it down to the river to get it wet.
Oh, really?
So we'll see. The odds are against him. Say.
Yeah.
What a frustrating deal. It's looking like a failed experiment right now.
This was not an editing error. Cal has started over. We have paused the clock temporarily. The boat was not coming together how he hoped. So we are gonna let Cal make a reset here and start a new boat. Cal, how you feeling about Bull Boat 2.0?
I was trying to go fast and easy and simple, which I still think isn't something to run away from,
Sure.
but I can't tie it all together with little strands of bison hair.
Now, if your competitor offers a helping hand, are you gonna accept it?
Oh yeah, I don't care. I just want
Okay.
to float this thing down the river.
All right, good.
Yeah. Like that. This one's kind of got a bend to it.
Need a big wrap of rawhide.
That was pretty fancy.
And the baby one right here, the reason.
Come back a little bit. And then Uncle Chess needs to do his last job.
No, bullshit. Get the away.
You know,
I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing and watch you guys build this thing.
Okay.
Go eat a sandwich. Take a load off.
He was excelling at the last job. Now he's all depressed.
well, I think it's funny. We don't even know if that boat floats yet.
It floats.
Swallow. I couldn't make the boat. I'm on my knees. I couldn't make the boat. However, I would like to have the sense of fulfillment of helping to make a boat and then going down the river. Are we clear? We clear? We clear? There's my canoe paddle.
All right, they've used their 3 hours and then some. Steve's boat is done. They're putting the finishing touches on Cal's boat behind me. It's time to get these things down to the river and start the race.
Don't fail me, Tina.
Standing here with our suited up mountain men. They're about to start the race. We're gonna get some final predictions though. Steve, how's this gonna go down? Okay.
It's moving.
I'm
not anticipating any
trouble, to be honest with you.
No trouble. Do you think you're gonna end up in the water? No. Okay. Cal, are you that confident?
Yeah, man, I feel good. I think I'm gonna get wet.
Yeah, something slipped on that boat, man.
Yeah, but I'll figure it out. As old Captain Ron says, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen out there.
Now here's how this is gonna work. This is a 2.4 mile race downstream. You're gonna encounter sweepers, wave trains, runs, down trees from beavers, everything the mighty Gallatin has to throw at you. The first one to pick up the MeatEater flag will be declared the winner. Now the great American bull boat race starts as soon as Seth shoots his flintlock. Seth, take it away.
3, 2, 1.
Woohoo! Tide's floating. All right. Shake it fast, boys! Technically, I'm still in the boat. Let's see if this frame will even. Nice. You guys getting dirt in the boat? Look at all the meat in there. Jesus. Dry as a bone.
All right, we are maybe 100 yards downstream from where the race started. Cal is doing some improvements to his boat. Cal, do you think this is going to come together? Or are you going to get back in the water?
Time will tell, my friend. I'm not much of a quitter.
Was there a specific problem you encountered?
Yeah, mostly the boat. Hand me that paddle there, will you?
Sinks it.
Cal's not a quitter. That's for sure.
He's going to swim it.
Not gonna go well, team.
Uh-oh.
Surf
Uh-oh.
it like a suck. Yeah.
Well, you're getting a boat ride one way or another.
Exactly.
Good job, Cal.
Boy, that's a lot of wet hide.
All right, Steve is approaching the 1 mile mark. He's right behind me on the river. It looks like it's been smooth sailing so far. I haven't seen any water enter his bull boat. Steve, how's it going?
Totally fine.
No water in there?
Have you seen Cal?
Ask Steve whenever you want. Go.
I've learned that Steve is now fishing. He is taking a victory lap before he even makes it to the finish line. Now he's just gloating.
It's not that I can't get over there, it's just that I don't want to.
Okay. Maybe try to want to. I'm standing here with our two competitors with just one boat. Cal, where's your boat?
Well, you saw I sunk that thing. Like right out of the gate.
Steve didn't see though. Tell Steve what happened.
I saw you just going down river up to your nipples.
Yeah, well, I missed the first tree, which was great, but that was basically all she could
So you
take,
just started taking on water and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve with a flawless run.
Yeah, this was amazing.
Any water that came in that you didn't let's like bring in on your oar?
A cup.
A cup of water, and that's it.
But a cup of water until I wasn't paying attention and hit a little rock, and then took a little dip, but I could have scooped it all out of there.
Now they floated this exact stretch with a drift boat a few days ago. It took them 35 minutes. How long do you think it took you?
Oh shit, I don't know, not that, maybe that long?
39 minutes, and that was
Really?
when we stopped to fish. 2025. We're gonna have Steve back here. Cal, you gonna try again?
Oh, I love this stuff.
Okay.
I'd be in.
All
Yeah.
right. 2025 bull boat race.
Cal's got to find a big chest freezer, just put this boat in that chest freezer.
Right.
We'll see you next
I
week.
got some ideas. Yeah.